I'm Lucie Tiger. Welcome to Unsung Songs Downunder.
Hi and welcome to Unsung Songs Downunder. As you heard and as you saw, if you're watching this on YouTube, we have a special guest today. Today we have with us Lucie Tiger. Welcome to the show, Lucie.
Hey, Erik. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being with us. How has your weekday been?
It's been good. Very busy, but good.
Okay, fantastic. Let's get straight into it. Let's listen to one of your songs and introduce the audience to Lucie Tiger, for those who don't know her. And now we're going to listen to your latest release, which is called
Midnight Goodbye.
Great song, Lucie.
Thank you.
So you play country. This is the big reveal for who doesn't know you. Lucie Tiger is an amazing country musician, country rock. How did you start making music? And actually, where are you from? Because country is typically American. How did you come to that?
So when I was growing up, I listened to a lot of music that my parents really loved, and a lot of that was 1970s country rock, the Eagles, and great stuff like that, and also a lot of sort of country blues and swamp sort of blues and southern rock. So Lynyrd Skynyrd, the Allman Brothers, and all of that kind of came together, and that's the sort of music that I play now. And I'm from Sydney as well. So right in the middle of the city.
You are from Sydney, right in the middle of the city. However, on your bio, you write that you are from the country. You grew up with the horses and, on a farm.
I went out to the country a lot when I was a kid and did a lot of horse riding. And then I actually went to boarding school for a couple of years in the country as well. But I have always lived in Sydney so far, and actually right near the city as well. At the moment, I'm in Darlinghurst, so it's sort of I can actually walk into the city in about 20 minutes if I'm really fast.
That's a great area, Darlinghurst. I love it so much. Nice place, so many nice places where to eat. And where to go, so close to the city, so close to live venues and everything. So how did you start playing music? It was obviously, as you mentioned, some influence. And was there a guitar in the house or a piano? How did it go?
Yeah, I learned piano when I was little, so that was probably my first instrument. And then my dad came home with a guitar one day. He plays guitar a little bit, and he taught me the basics, and I kind of just took it from there. I started learning all the songs that I love, and then I, eventually started writing my own.
Nice. And so, what was the first song that you wrote? What was it called?
It was actually called "You're All Right," which is kind of funny. And I wrote it for this band that I was in at uni, rock. Sort of indie rock band, but it's so funny because it still had like a bit of a country twang to it. So yeah.
There seemed to be kind of a theme going, and I'm not sure if you taught yourself guitar and music or if you studied.
So I did go to university and studied music. I did a Bachelor of Popular Music. So at JMC Academy, which is pretty well known here in Sydney, as a great uni to go to if you want to learn how to be a sort of contemporary musician. It's not classical or anything like that. It's not classical or jazz. So.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff there, also video production and so on. So music is definitely one part. So was it more in the theory space or in the production space, the kind of study that you did?
It was all over, actually. It was a pretty good course. I think they've changed it recently, but they taught us theory, performing on stage, songwriting. So yeah, it was a really sort of well-rounded course.
Nice, really good. Listen, why don't we go and have a little break and play another one of your songs? And now let's listen to another song of yours. Let's listen to Gasoline.
Just gotta get this motor started so I can hear you
Great song.
That's one of my favorites.
Oh, it's so catchy. Every song you have as a hook, and every song is a single. Great songwriting. So, starting from the rock bands in school and then ending up doing your own music. How many bands did you have? How many collaborations did you do?
There was one main one in uni.
What's the name of the band?
Oh, sorry. Called the Still Bandits.
The Still
So
Bandits.
that was my band. Mm-hmm.
And you were leading, of course.
No, I wasn't actually. I was playing rhythm guitar, but I was the main songwriter for the band.
Nice. I think there is so much dedication and attention and production. Where was this in the videos that you make? Are they shot in Australia?
Yeah. All of the videos I've done, the Found My Home video did use a lot of footage that I actually filmed myself when I was in the States. But all of the other ones, Greenwood, Gasoline, and Midnight Goodbye, they were all filmed and edited by Jay Seeney from Blacklist Production House. And he does such a good job. And he edited the Found My Home one as well. But the other three, he filmed them all and edited them. And he is so good. He knows how to make you like look like $1 million, and he just does such a good job. The Gasoline one was super fun because we actually got to borrow a car from a family friend of ours. So the car that I'm driving around in the video, that is a Dodge Demon, and there are only 4 of those in Australia. I think there's only like 300 of them even made worldwide, and there's only 4 of them in Australia, and it is the fastest street car in the world.
Serious?
So they go very, very fast, and they burn a truckload of gasoline.
That would give you a kick. So you drove it?
Yeah, we borrowed it. It was very fun. We got a lot of everyone on the street, like it's so funny. Everyone knows what model it is and, you know, and how many cylinders it's got. And they're all like, rev it.
That's great. That's amazing. I love it.
Bit of a shock when they fell behind the wheel.
Why? You know, must have been fun. I'm not a car person, but I enjoy a good car. I've been, you know, in Australia it's not possible, but I'm originally from Italy. You may have discovered from my accent. And but I also lived in Germany, and in Germany there's no speed limit, so you can go as fast as you want on the highway. So I was hitchhiking once to go basking with a friend of mine down from Berlin down south to this is a crazy story with down south to Bayern in Munich, where they had the rich, so it's good basking. We used to go there with 2 or 3 months and then stop basking for a while and just concentrate on producing music. And we stopped we started hitchhiking on the highway, and we got in this car. It was this BMW coupe with this crazy man who was driving 240. That was fun. That was fast.
So fast.
Yeah, let's go back to your music. So how is the songwriting process for you? You write the songs, come up with an idea, and then I imagine at JMC they also taught you how to produce yourself. So I imagine you make some demos. How does that work?
So generally the songwriting process for me is pretty quick. I kind of come up with an idea either on guitar or lyrics, and then just sort of put it all together into a song. And that generally takes maybe like 20 minutes, not very long. I normally have a few ideas to start with before I sit down and finish them. So then, I recorded a few demos, and I try and sort of add in like as much as I can, maybe like a bass line idea and a lead guitar idea and, you know, backing vocals, all of that into a demo to then send to the guys that I record with who are in the States.
The guys you met on your 2 tours in the States. Am I right?
Yeah.
Tell us a bit
Yes.
about it. How was that experience?
It was great. Recording in the States is so easy and so quick. I honestly wouldn't record anywhere else at this point. I recorded the Gasoline EP in Muscle Shoals in Alabama, and it was fantastic. And we used the same guys, session players and engineer and masterer for the 2 new songs that I've released. So I did have to kind of come up with those demos and then send them over to the States, and then they had to record their bits and send them back, and then I had to do my vocals here and send that back. And so it was a bit more complicated this time around, but it all just came together still really easily, which was great.
Where do you record the vocals when you send them back? Here in Sydney.
I record them in Sydney with a friend of mine called Ben Radin at Courtyard Studios. So he's just like a one-man band, and he does a really great job, and he's fantastic. So, I just have to do my vocals and backing vocals and acoustic guitar stuff here, and I just do that with Ben.
That's really, really good. So your music is very well arranged. There's some of the best music in the world, and composition, chords, progressions is country, and we all know that. Some people may not like it, but we cannot shut up and say that it's not great composition and songwriting. So how do you approach the arrangements? Do you do them yourself or in the demos, or you leave a lot of freedom or some freedom to the session musicians you play with?
I give them a lot of freedom because they're fantastic, and they record with so many different people who do so many different genres of music. Most often the people that they record with will be doing blues or Americana or country or southern rock. That area is sort of known for those genres of music. But ever since I went there the first time, they just, I sort of told them a few of my influences and a few of my favorite songs, most of which were recorded in Muscle Shoals in the room I was standing in anyway. So they were super familiar with all of them. And, they heard my songs and how I play guitar. I play very rhythmically. Rhythm is really, really important to me. They just hit it out of the park. So, these guys are complete pros at what they do. So, I tend to just kind of say go nuts.
That's great. And these songs are doing really well internationally. They are in the top 100 on a number of charts in the US, and they're also 60 or 50, I guess, the latest release is. You want to update us a bit? Because it changes so fast.
I know. So Found My Home is doing really well. I released that back in February, and it reached number 20 on the Australian country radio charts, which was huge for, what was essentially my debut single to Australian country radio. And it is also on the charts right now in the US, on the Music Row charts in Nashville, and it's sitting at number 54. So that is, I'm just still pinching myself. It's fantastic.
Congratulations. And how did you promote the music? How did you get to this point? There's still always something to do, but it's interesting to know how you get to this point. First time I saw you, we shared a stage at Mosh Pit. That's a great venue here in Sydney. You should all go. It's amazing, and there's some really nice people, and Shannon does an amazing job at keeping everyone happy and together. Some quirky stuff at times, but that's the nature of it. It's great. Yeah, so from there, and that was just after the first lockdown was finished, and we're back in lockdown. So how from there, I saw you blasting into space. How did you do that? Of course, the music is great, but you have to promote it.
Yeah, so, publicity really, I say this to every musician or songwriter who asks me this question, and publicity really needs to be in your budget when you go to record and promote music. So you can easily spend as much on publicity as you do on the actual recording of the music. And it's a real trade-off, because if the music is no good, the quality of the music is no good, then no amount of publicity can get you onto charts and stuff, and vice versa, basically. You can spend $100,000 on recording, but if you only spend $500 on publicity, it's going to go nowhere. So basically, in Australia, I have a publicist, and I have one in the States as well. And it's really important. A lot of radio stations, especially in the States, will not accept music from artists directly. So they you can post them stuff, you can email them, you can call them, but they will not accept like unsolicited music. And it's how it's always been in the States, and it's not going to change anytime soon. So you basically have to use a publicist even for stations in small towns. But the good thing about the States is that all of the music that gets played on every station is reported to royalty collection agencies. So even if you're being played, I'm getting I think something like 35 plays a week in Palestine, Texas, which is like this pretty small town, but every one of those plays will be reported to the royalty agency. So I'm going to get royalties for every one of those plays. That doesn't happen in Australia. So in Australia, only commercial stations report every song that gets played. Community stations don't have to. So some of them do, but a lot of them only report 1 week a quarter. So when you look at it, the cost of publicity may be very high for the States, but you'll get your name out there, you'll get name recognition, and you'll also get royalties at some point. So in Australia, I use a publicist as well, and it's a bit different in Australia. Artists can definitely reach out to stations. There are some stations that will just not talk to you at all if you're not coming through a publicist, but a lot of community radio stations love to hear from artists, and especially Australian artists. And I always recommend that any independent artist gets their music up on AMRAP, AMRAP.org, I think, .au. That's basically a really good distribution platform to get music for free. You upload it for free, and then community radio stations can download it for free to play on the air. So I get a lot of downloads on that. And I was number 1 on their charts, I think, this week, which is really cool. So community radio is really important, and they love hearing from artists. So you can always just contact them directly as well. So yeah, it's all about getting a publicist. You got to spend money to make money.
It makes sense. So I guess the big question for those who listen or watch now are, so how do you finance this? Do you have a day job as well?
I did, yes, and for a time pre-COVID. And I do at the moment. I'm just obviously not working so much because we're all in lockdown. So
Okay.
my day job at the moment is actually I work for a doggy daycare, which is just down the road from where I live, and it's the most perfect job for me because it is very, very low stress, and you don't take your work home with you.
And you get
and I love
cuddles.
dogs, so it's like the dream job, basically.
Incredible. All right, so Lucie, would you like to play us a couple of songs or one song?
Yeah, I'd love to.
That'd be great.
All right. I'll play the solo acoustic version of Midnight Goodbye for you. You wanna buy a drink from me, fill my cup with Tennessee, remind
That was great. Thank you so much. What guitar do you play?
I play a Taylor.
Yeah, sweet.
Oh, I can never remember. A 324 CE.
Nice one. All right, so we're getting towards the end of our chat. I wanted to ask you just a couple of more things, and so I was wondering, what are you listening to these days? Is there a new record or something that came out that you can't stop listening to? Of course, apart from your music.
I really like Erik Church's new song, "Heart on Fire." That's really great.
I'll say it down.
That came out just recently. It's really good. Well, I love one thing that I always love listening to is Lynyrd Skynyrd's version of "Call Me the Breeze." That's great. Gotta get my head out of the 70s though, one day.
70s are coming back every time. I'm listening to this guy that I've discovered. I'm trying to get him on the show as well. He's in Sweden though. His name is Kent Hill. He does 80s, 90s rock, but produced now, and it sounds amazing. And he's got this amazing projection with his voice, but
that sounds great.
it's actually really good. All right, and the future looks bright. So what's next for Lucie Tiger?
So I do have more singles coming out, which is really cool. And I'm hoping to tour soon, but lockdowns keep happening, so who knows. But definitely more singles coming out, and yeah, lots of exciting stuff coming.
That's great. That was Lucie Tiger, and you have to go and check her out. I mean, she's here, but you go and listen to her music, buy her t-shirts. She got some great merchandise on her website, and listen to her and watch her videos. We are totally addicted in this household, and we can't stop, actually. One last thing I wanted to ask you is to please play another little song for us. It's fading away. And this was Unsung Songs Sydney. This is Lucie Tiger. Like and subscribe, share, like, and if you want to be on a show, just reach out.
So I'll play my last single. It was called "If I Can Find My Pick," or maybe I won't play with pick.
That's a good title for a song. If I could find my pick.
Where is my guitar pick? So this is "Found My Home." Well, I'm heading out of Nashville, ran it on my gas bell, took the old